Graves says Alfred sung. Didn't he have a hat trick last night? Anyway, on to the show.
Now listen, here's what happened after the last game. Ron Wilson comes in. This is it. There's going to be changes made on this club. Zigomatic, you're out. Well, I'm the fourth line. You're out. Isn't that the players laugh about that when they say, going to be changes made. The guy that played the least is always out. Now, I want to show you when fighters get ready for a game. Watch this here in the dressing room. Watch Orr. You see Bozak and that giggling and laughing and having a good little time, having a little tea. Watch this guy. This is how fighters get ready. This is how they get ready. This is a man. This is a guy. This is a guy you like at the end of the trench. How do you like that? Isn't that beauty?
Not easy.
It's a tough life, folks. I did it for 16 years. Now, last week, what did I say about Iginla? He hadn't had a point. Watch that's what I say here, and everybody was giving him a hard time. Watch what I say right here. This is my favorite time, by the way. I told you so. That gets the Raiders mad. Go ahead. Iginla's a guy. I love the guy. He's got to get himself up. He'll do something tonight. You watch.
Game winner. Hope you were watching at 1 in the morning. We didn't pick him a star for you.
You know what really bothers me about this, though? He got, by the way, he got 4 points in 5 games. No, 5 points in 4 games, and he even has a fight. But you know what, Ron, what's funny about this? He does not get the ice time he deserves. Now, why? I have no idea. I think Alfredson, he's the captain leader. He gets 25 shifts. I think this guy, the last game, he only got 18 shifts. I know he had a fight in that, but the game before, he should play more. He's a bull. He's got to get in there. And well, you saw what he can do. He's got to play more. That's all I got to say. I love Glenn Cross. I love Conroy and Jackman. What a third and fourth line. I love those guys, I'll tell you right now.
All right, Rick Rypien gets 6 games from the NHL for going after the fan. What'd you think of that?
All right, go ahead. You got to, I'm not making any excuses. Go ahead. I'm not making excuses for the guy. All I'm saying is giving you a reason. He's had the team is losing. He's having a tough time. The linesmen really wrap him up here. I'm not blaming the linesmen, but I mean, he's really throwing him around. Look, they got 2 guys on him, and he's really going. This is a shame that all he did was grab the guys at the front. But I have to imagine the National Hockey League did very, very good. They didn't go wacko. They didn't make him an example. He's lucky he got only 6 games. They should go. All he did was, the guy's got to be a big jerk. All he did was that. Now he's been assaulted. That's all he did. He just pushed the guy. That's all. You can't do that. I would tell you one time. Let me tell you a story when Bill meet one time.
Sure.
In Richmond, what happens if the fan hits you? In Richmond, I was coaching and I was up on the bench as she was getting down. Some guy corked me. I didn't know where I was. I reached up and I was halfway through and I was going to hit him and whoa. They're throwing the key away around there. All right, what's up next?
Just a second on that. Don Henderson, first of all, the linesman, Kerry Fraser, said he was at the game, and he did a good job because he could have been third man, and he could have been assaulting an official. None of that, so that was good. As far as the fan goes, clearly Minnesota's got to get that fixed up, right?
Here's the thing. They're going to put glass there. I'll bet any dough at all, and that's a shame because in some rinks the kids, bang and give them high five. It's a shame, but they got to get they got to put something there.
And the other thing about it, for the fan who says, this guy shouldn't be allowed to do this, it's outside of the law. Well, where were you? You were standing on your feet when Derek Bugard was going after Kessler last year or Mason Rayne. Fans, we encourage it. We do ratchet up the heat. We do condone and support.
What are you talking about?
We support a lot of the stuff. A fan supports fighting, supports great hits. So if you turn around and say athletes are above the law, he's wrong on that.
Well,
the fan is wrong on that.
Okay.
So we agree.
Whatever he said anyhow, I don't know about it anyhow, but go ahead.
Big news for Ottawa is the 1,000th point for Daniel Alfredson.
Well, hold on. First of all, let's talk about Elliott. They got outshot 20-5. He's the guy that won the game for him. Of course, last night. And Alfredson, we got Alfie getting a goal. He got a hat trick last night, got 1,000 points. That's an awful lot of points, and he does very good. He's a good captain and the whole deal. But I've got another. Way to go, Alfie. 1,000, who would ever thought? Off the stick again. By the way, tonight, I could show 5 a week off the stick. I really could, but I'm sick of showing it.
But that's a new defense, right?
That's a beautiful defense. No, Don Cherry doesn't know. Don Cherry doesn't know that's the way you defend. I got to watch. I talk with this jacket on. I got to watch the way I talk. Hey, Hal, one of my favorite guys, Derek McKenzie from Sudbury, Ontario. I know his dad, Ken, coached Sudbury in the O. Watch this guy, Scott Arneal. Look at that. But wait till you see the next one. Scott Arneal brought him up. Look at that. Now wait till you see the next one. Good for you, Scott. Good Kingston boy. Now watch this one. This guy's been in the minor for 11 years. Look at this goal. Where has he been? I know his dad's watching at Sudbury now, and I love to get those guys on like that. Now, Stamkos. Wait a minute. Before we show it, Stamkos. I said last year that we won it. We won the Olympics by the skin of our teeth. If Crosby doesn't flub that shot, Miller gets it. He flubbed the shot. You know that, eh? Oh, you didn't know he flubbed the shot?
Got it away quick.
Yeah. And he flubbed the shot. You won by the skin of your teeth. I told you, and you said you were going to listen to me, Steve, that you should take Stamkos. He led the league, but at the time he wasn't, I said he's the best scorer in the league. He got 23 power play goals. He had 47 goals, and you didn't pick him. You, the general managers, now watch him tonight. He get a hat trick last night, but watch him from the knees. This is what I love from the knee. This kids do this. Practice. Got to be on your off wing all the time, but watch, get down on those knees. It's got to be on your off wing. Watch, bang. Practice this, you guys, because you get it through with your arms. You got to get it through with your whole body. And look at that. Isn't that great? You've got to practice it, though, and if this doesn't come to you, and at the end, we're going to show...
That's Rennie Bork last night.
Yeah.
And Dennis Weidman, in case anyone's wondering.
I didn't tell who they were. But anyhow, you guys know who you are.
Brett.
Now, okay, here's the deal. Oh, Brett, throw him, the master of it all, the greatest... Oh, look at that. Look at him after the game. Look at this here. Isn't he beautiful? Look at that. I've scored before, and I'm going to score many, many more. Look at this. Boom. He's the guy that started it all. Now, a good friend of mine is having a tough time out in Nanaimo. How do you say that? In
Nanaimo
BC?
or
Yeah,
Nanaimo?
Nanaimo. I always get that mixed up. He's from Saskatchewan, Canwood, Saskatchewan. Anyhow, he's having a little tough time. Larry McNabb, you put his picture up here, and he was the toughest guy, and I got a little story to tell. I hope I can tell it. I just got traded from, I get sent out, didn't get traded, to Spokane, Washington. I just drove 3 days with Rose and everybody. We get out there. We got to take off to go to San Francisco. I got new gloves and the whole deal. I get on the plane. I get into San Francisco. I walk in the Cow Palace, and there's a sign, 60 foot across. Heavyweight champion of the WHL, Larry McNabb. I knew it was not going to be a good day for me.
Colton Orr. You were like Colton Orr.
Colton Orr. I was getting ready. I knew this was going to be something. We did tangle. And I have to say, you know why I hate linesmen? Because every time I got hurt bad, it was a linesman, honestly. Anyhow, he's bouncing them up, hitting me on the head so many times. I'm telling you, I couldn't touch my head for about a week. But I'll tell you one thing, Larry, I put him out of hockey for 4 weeks. He broke his hand on my head. And Larry, best of luck.
Don Cherry, the Coach's Corner on Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
Coaches